Woo! Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Elevate the World podcast. I'm trained like Prince. We got Ange Fit, Scotty the Body, who both need to change their names on their screen, but it's all right.
Oh, calling us out.
We'll see it. Yo, y'all are tuning in for episode 29. Damn, man, I'll be 29 this year. This just reminded me that next is 30. It's coming. It's coming.
Just reminded me how old I am. Thank you.
It's all right, Angie. Older age is not granted to everyone. It's a blessing.
Oh, right? You're right. Gosh, thank you.
Just saying, so today we just want to catch y'all up. We just want to kind of talk about some different things, bounce back from some topics, man, and just kind of like, shoot the breeze in a way where we hopefully still elevate the world, but then we kind of get to catch y'all up on what's been going on with us. Ange, you got a quote for us?
I do. So
of course you do.
James Clear, Atomic Habits. He never gets old. If you do not subscribe to his newsletter, please do. It gets emailed out every Thursday. And it's one of the few emails that I actually will read beginning to end. Okay. So this was one of his quotes, one of his thoughts. He actually gives 3 thoughts by himself and then 3 from someone else. And then he gives you a question to ask yourself, which you guys know, I love that. So here is one of his quotes from this week. Nearly everything awesome takes longer than you think. Get started and don't worry about the clock.
Man, love that. So many reasons why I love that. You know what's funny too? Quick update on me. Wifey knows I love reading. She bought me 3 books for Father's Day. Atomic Habits was one of them.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm ready to crack that bad baby open. I got to finish this other book I'm reading first, though.
Nice. That's amazing. He truly is. He has really helped me level up in certain areas. And just by getting his newsletter every Thursday, it really makes you think. It really does. And it really puts things in perspective. I highly recommend that everyone go and subscribe. I think you can go to jamesclear.com and just put in your email and it will get emailed to you free of charge every Thursday. Totally worth it.
Nice. All right, y'all. Yeah, I need to sign up for that email list and go and get myself put on there. I love the idea of a newsletter for every business. I think and just for everything, one, it's relevant, but 2, it keeps you in contact with your people in front of the faces of your people. It's like that. It's like you're constantly put a little bit of just more love onto that relationship. You kind of, just touch it up, you know what I mean? Every time you do something like that.
I love that. I did one for years, every Monday.
Yeah, I could see you doing it. I would love
15 years.
To subscribe to the email.
Right. You know what? Writing that down. You're going to help me level up the Inch Fit business. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, for real. You should. Speaking of catching up, that's something that I'm working on. Newsletters. This Monday, I'm going to be doing my first open to the world virtual group fitness class at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm excited about that. You know what? I have been nervous about it for the longest, and I've been doing a group fitness class virtually for these teachers locally. But it's I've trained them before this and that, and I have been so afraid to just put myself in front of the world like that. And I was just man, forget it, dude. If anything, when it comes to being nervous about stuff, I'm like, are my intentions pure? And I just take that. I'm like, if I fail, so what? I would rather do it. I feel like it's the thing that I need to do, and life goes on. You know what I mean? I feel like it's gonna be great. I feel good about it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. But that's something new that I got coming. That's coming up, and that's something new that's in the works for Leveling Up, Train Like Prince.
Nice.
Along with the newsletter, got some merchandise coming out too as well. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, you know what, dude? It's another transparency moment, just catching everyone up. So last week, I got bit by a spider, or bit by something. I'm assuming it's a spider right here on my neck.
You got powers?
Huh?
You get powers?
I mean, nah, dude, I think I can jump a little bit higher though, but I don't know. But man, so I got bit by the spider, and that same day I did 45 handstand push-ups. But 2 days later, dude, I got like this thing on my neck, and it's been there. I couldn't even turn my neck for a while, dude. And I had been like, okay, maybe it'll just go away. The swelling just went down a little bit. The pain is went away, but it's still there. So now I'm just like, oh shoot, now I gotta go to the doctor to see. Because I don't know what it is. It like, I don't know if I like pissed it off and it's like, or if it's an infection from the spider bites, or if it's like, if it's from the handstand push-ups. I never really did like 45 consecutively like that. So I may have tweaked my neck.
45 in a row?
Yeah, I had a goal.
A lot.
I've been just on this thing of getting really, really freaking uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable with everything. Like Rick Ross said something, and I make Fridays my longest day now. But he was like, this Friday, he was like, it's Friday. He was like, instead of turning it down, he was, I want you to turn it up a notch. I want Friday to be the day where you work the hardest throughout the week. He was like, I want you to go your hardest on a Friday. And I was like, I don't subscribe to everything he says, but I took that and was like, actually, I want to take that and run with it. So my Fridays literally start at about 3 a.m. and they end maybe around 10, because it's everything from work to my own business to going hard with the family, and just making like I want to tie the knot on the loop on Fridays. But
yeah, you ever follow Continued Flight? Continued Flight, he always says champions create distance on Fridays.
Nice, dude. Like literally, when you think about it, everyone like is like, oh, thank God it's Friday. I ain't come here to work today. Like type of thing.
Right.
And that's cool, do you? But won't be a little bit different.
Yes, I love that. And I encourage everybody to start doing the same, because one of the things that drive me crazy when I'm trying to do business, or I'm trying to catch up on phone calls, or I'm trying to schedule things or do this, Friday, everybody's tapping out and I don't get anything done. It's like I sometimes, there's those days where you need other people to cooperate with you. Like you need them to be present. It's like, come on, people, level up. Take it. Yeah. Fridays is a day, unless you're off, unless you're not working, unless it's a personal day, like show up. Don't just sit there, show up in the best that you can be on that day. And Friday, show up.
For real. That's like, just like you said, that's how you level up. I think that it's just one of those things of just being like, you know what, like just doing what other people don't, like period. And it's not necessarily to be better than anyone, but it's definitely to make sure that you're being a better version of yourself.
Yes, I love that.
For me, though, like the week is just, I don't know, nothing's consistent for me throughout the week, because like my schedule's always changing. I do phone calls like all day, every day, emails, like almost like always on call. But like sometimes I just had different days off. Like Tuesday was my only day off this week. Like, I'm working every day except for Tuesday. So it's just like I like days of the week don't really like, I don't know how some people like do certain like I always say never miss a Monday, because I know everyone else shouldn't miss a Monday because like that's when everyone's week starts. But like I just feel like my week like kind of like never ends. It's just like constant, just one big circle, and it's just like boom, 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 go, 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 all gas, no break. Like,
yep, you do hustle.
Yeah, and then when I had that time off, then I try my best to check out. But like I just have like I feel like I just always have to be like not at the studio, but like I always have to like be on my phone and kind of just like checking things. Like it's really hard for me to check fully out because like there's always something that might be going on.
Dude, I feel you, bro.
So it's hard. Like today, like I'm definitely grinding out. I taught every class this morning from 5 to noon, and like obviously I'm still here. Like I'm off this evening. I have a buddy that I haven't seen since college. He's in town, and we're getting like some Korean barbecue and chilling tonight. So that'll be fun.
Korean barbecue, man. Love it.
That'd be fun. But I got work in the morning, so I gotta make sure like I'm up at like 6 o'clock and like gotta get home, like make sure I'm getting my sleep. I'm definitely lacking on sleep this week, but definitely been crushing my workouts and just taking it day by day.
You've been killing it big time. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
you definitely grind, Scotty. That is for real about you.
Yeah, for real, dude.
And
From the
I feel
workouts
like
to the work.
I've been definitely trying to I feel like I've been spreading myself too thin sometimes, or sometimes I just like don't do something. You know what I mean? Like I've been like doing so many things, and like there's always like one thing I like kind of like leave behind, and then I'm like, oh crap, and then I try to play catch up on that, and then something else gets like left behind. Like social media game has been like real low, so like I'll try to do like a couple posts, and then I'm like MIA for a while. You know what I mean?
Dude, I thought it was just me, man. I'll be same thing, man. Same thing. Yeah, I thought it was just me, bro. Yeah.
It's tough.
Well,
Like, and
hey, now go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
well, I know we want to get on topic. I'm not sure exactly what we're going with because I know Prince is we're gonna do a little mosh up today, but I know we did briefly talk about Ange with disconnecting, and I would kind of almost wanted to lead into that a little bit, maybe, unless you want to save that.
No,
No.
dude, go ahead. How about this? How about this? Finish catching us up. You know what I mean? Because we all want to hear about Vegas. All right. We all want to hear about that. And then Ange will catch us up. And then we'll talk about disconnecting. All right.
All right. So
Spill
yeah,
it,
catch us up,
Scotty.
man.
Spill it.
obviously I can't say everything that happened in Vegas. That just wouldn't be the right thing to do.
As you young kids
It's
say.
so immoral to do that.
Right.
As you young
can
kids say, we need the tea. We need the tea, as a young
the
kid
tea,
say.
right? I know Megan said that to me one day. I was like, "What the fuck's the tea?" Like, I don't know. Like, what is that?
Scotty is officially becoming an old man.
Right.
Scotty, that's
but
so
no.
bad I knew that and you didn't.
Yeah, this is.
But I do have a 12-year-old.
What's the tea? She's like,
My 12-year-old keeps me up to date. So she's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
keep
see?
me in the loop. So here's what's going to
Mhm.
happen. I'm going to get more with it and hipper, and Scotty's going to get less because I have a 12-year-old, and then we're going to start to go like this. I'm going to get a little cooler, just a
Right,
little
yeah.
cooler, because I'm going to know all the words.
Gonna have that Benjamin Button going on. Because you
Right.
know.
I'm gonna digress.
All right, I want to hear about it.
We can rewind to Vegas. I can't tell you everything, but it was definitely a good time. We had an Airbnb. It was kind of off the strip. The guys who's getting married, I landed first. His brother was there actually the day before, and then he got there. So we all went golfing the first day. Beautiful course. Greens were perfect. We rented clubs. It was just a great day. We drank all the beers.
Drink all the beers.
And then we got to the house, and then some of the guys started coming in. I don't know if we did. I think we went to something called Fremont Street, which is kind of like old school Vegas, like downtown. And like the whole like road was just like covered in like this like half dome like visual screen. So there's like,
Oh wow,
a bunch of visuals going on the whole time. It was really
it's
cool.
dope.
But you can like walk into any of the casinos. There's like just bars all up and down the street. Like there was a stage for like concerts going on. A bunch of live music. It was a lot of fun. And then the next couple of days we were just doing. We went to a pool party on Friday where we saw the Deuce twins. Don't really know them, but it was just cool being at Encore Beach Club because it was just we got like a table and everything.
But that was when you had the fan and the sunglasses. Was that
No, that
when?
was the second. That was the second one.
All right, okay.
So that was a lot
epic,
of fun.
Man.
That was a lot of like just cool dancing, vibing with people, like making friends, stuff like that. And then went back to the house, chilled. And then we went out and went to a nightclub, which we had another table at. And we saw Martin Garrix, which was a lot of fun. People kept trying to like sneak into our table and like whatever. But there was this one girl that was like standing next to us, like on top of like where you sit and everything. And we called her Happy Feet because she literally never stopped dancing. And she was just like literally just getting down. Like it was super intense. She was a whole vibe. It was great.
Dang.
My friend actually did save someone's life.
Oh shit, what? That's big.
It started like clearing out, and then we all like got on top of like the speaker, or like I don't even know what it was, but we were like on top of this like small like rectangular thing, and we were just like dancing like whatever. I think I was the first one up there, and then like two girls got up there, and my two boys got up there, and we were dancing, and I fell off at one point, but I kind of caught myself, like went back around, got back up because I was just like I was a little drunk, probably shouldn't have been up there, and the girl fell too, but this was like a couple minutes
Happy
after
feet fell?
me. No, this different girl.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
buddy literally said if he didn't jump down to like grab her, she would have dead. She smacked her head still and like was bleeding, but like the girl got up and was like, "Thank you so much, you saved my life," because she was going
Man.
face first, and he was able to just kind of drop down and like at least take some of like her weight off from like smacking her, and she just got up and like dipped. He was like, "Okay,
Damn,
Oh
bye."
my gosh.
It's a drunken
Yeah, she was
superpower,
like,
man.
but she was like, "Thank you for saving my life," and then like dipped.
Clubbing's violent these days.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dang,
And
okay.
the next day we saw Lesso. If you guys ever heard of Swedish House Mafia, Lesso.
Yes.
They were super hyped about that. Not a huge Lesso fan, but regardless, it was a pool party at a brand new pool party in Vegas at the Venetian, and it was super trippy. It was sick. Like the way it was set up, the pool wasn't as big, but it was super sick. And
Did you
that's
see
where I
Paulie
ended up.
D? Did you see Paulie
No.
D? Dang it.
Did it. And then I was in the pool early, and this lady had like a fan. And when I go to music festivals, like I always have a fan, just like because it's usually hot in Vegas. And I asked her like, "Hey, can I borrow that for like 2 seconds?" And she's like, "Yeah, go for it." And I'm just like, boom, just like having fun, like dancing with it. And she's like, "You know what? You keep it. You're crushing it. Like I got plenty more." I was like, "Thank you." And then
Say, you look better with it than I do. Dang.
I legit like just spent like the whole day like fanning myself, fanning my friends, fanning like the staff, like the bartenders and the waitresses and everything like that. And people were like walking up to me just to get fanned, like dance with me.
Being a good Samaritan, being a good club in Samaritan.
Yeah, I was just like, "I got you guys, I got you."
You're so good.
So I was basically like 6.5 hours of fanning.
And meanwhile,
Well,
he's getting
he
like a
wasn't
sick
completely idle.
bicep pump. Like his shoulders like so pumped.
Right.
He's like, yeah. That's why he did it. He's like, look at his pump.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna describe. I'm gonna disguise this as a favor for everyone else, but really, it's for my arms.
Yeah, and then there was one more pool party they all went to on Sunday, but I was leaving on Sunday, and it was Kygo, and that's what I really wanted to see, but had to miss out on that. But no biggie. So I've just been playing like catch up on sleep like all last week. But it was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. It was definitely spent way too much money. That trip was way too expensive, but it was definitely
Right.
it was a good time regardless.
Good stuff.
Man, money comes and goes,
and
bro.
then-
Right.
I know, right? Exactly. And then not too much else with updates. We finished a challenge at F45, had a lot of great results, people's first time. So that was a lot of fun. My elbow, I messed up my elbow when I did that Savage race a couple of weeks ago. So I'm still like recovering from that, but like I don't have any pain doing pull-ups or anything, just like cracks now, like a lot, but it doesn't hurt. Been having some ankle issues. I've been like I don't know how to like not work out, so not really letting it heal. But like my ankles feel like really weak during a workout, fine, but like afterwards, I just feel like they're just like super sore around my ankle. Like I've never had that pain before. I don't understand what it is. So I'm also, according to my Whoop, I'm averaging about like 3,600, 3,700 calories a day, like burning wise.
Wow.
All the
Yeah.
food.
And I'm maybe getting anywhere between 5.5 to like 6.5 hours of sleep. Like I feel fine for the most part, but like I feel like I need to get like one day of like maybe 8 hours because I feel like I'm gonna crash hard one of these days coming up.
Yeah. You're
And I
on
feel
the
like that
edge.
today.
Yeah. You're like this on the edge. I know that feeling. We all know that feeling where you're like, all right, I'm literally, I always said the edge of glory, Lady Gaga, like I'm on the edge of glory. So
Right there.
I need to make some plans to get in bed early, or it's not going to be pretty around here. Yeah,
Nah,
because
I
when
feel
mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
Right.
Yup.
But I'm happy. I'm working a lot, but I'm actually gonna be taking over the schedule soon. So that's gonna be exciting.
Good for you.
It's gonna be stressful, but it's exciting. Kind of make my own schedule a little bit more, so that's cool.
That's what's
Very
up, man.
good.
Good stuff, dude. Yeah. Freaking love to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm glad things are going in a great direction with F45 and then you, dude, all that stuff, man. That's what's up.
Oh yeah. All right, what
All
about
right, your
you?
turn, Angie.
All right, Ange. What about Ange?
Oh
I like that.
gosh.
Yeah, come on, catch us up, man. You're not exempt.
Okay, so I'm getting a lot. Okay, posted the stage shot challenge
I
on my
saw.
Instagram.
I
Whoa,
saw.
guys. Whoa. I wasn't prepared for the messages. I wasn't prepared for what was going on in social media. Okay. So to catch everybody up, I've gotten so many different messages. How do you look like that? What do you use? What do you do? Like, when was this? Like, oh my gosh, that you? Like, blah, 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 you name it. So I replied to them. I did a lot of voice messaging to say, hey, like, literally, I'm a natural athlete. I literally do this with real food. That's it. I keep track of my food and real exercise. Like, I don't got no magic. Like, literally, my meal plan and the foods I choose could not get any more real, with the exception of vegan protein powder, some rice cakes possibly, and that's it. Everything else is real food. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a quick update on my improvement season. We're about almost 2 months post stage. It has, it has been hard. However, again, you guys know I praise my coach, Tina. She's amazing. And she has helped me pay attention more to my health, mental and physical, beyond bodybuilding than I ever could imagine. And just, counseling me through the tough times and suggesting this. And we're talking about mindset and self-talk and how to change the way we look at things. It has been amazing. I can honestly say I'm doing way better this improvement season than last year. I believe I'm 10 pounds above stage weight, which for me, someone would be like, oh my gosh, you gained 10 pounds. Guys, I was very lean and very small.
You were shredded.
My coach says, I was shredded. Like my coach said, she's like, this is necessary for you. We're good. So my energy's coming back. My sleep is coming back. Like, everything's kind of getting back to normal. So with that said, my calories are increased, my fat, my carbs, like I'm eating all my normal food, increasing the amounts, but we're going out to dinner tomorrow night. So just adding in, like my coach says, you don't throw out the good for the bad. And just I'm kind of like little normal, with still my goals in mind of gaining lean mass, still lifting. You guys ready for this? I may be working with a strength coach 1 day a week to get all those big lifts, all those Ollie lifts, all those types of CrossFit type moves. So stay tuned for that. I feel like that would benefit me 1 day a week, because I have a hard time gaining lean mass. And I thought CrossFit athletes are muscular.
Their bodies are nice.
So I'm like, okay. So I talked to him on the phone and I'm like, all right, like I want to do some back squatting, deadlifts. Like he knew exactly what I was looking for. So stay tuned on that. I'm hoping to get that moving like next week, hopefully. That will be a nice addition. Do what?
You gonna be back squatting?
I might be. I have not back squatted. Actually, I lied. Right after I talked to him on the phone, I went, because you guys know I have a full like CrossFit type gym in my garage. Like we have a rack and all that. I put some weight bumper plates on that bar and I did some back squatting.
All right. How'd it feel? How'd it feel after
Horrible. I felt horrible. And
so what is
I'm
this
sore.
shit?
I was like, oh my gosh.
So sore, right?
Right. So I need to let him know, even though I still have some shreds, I look stronger than I am. So when I work with him for the first time, I'm going to be like, I look stronger than I am. So let's just keep that in mind. So with that said, I'm super excited about that. Improvement season's long. I probably, if I stay within 10 pounds or so of my stage weight, which is a really good, well, we don't know, because if I gain lean mass, the scale's going to change. It's not the end all be all, but I want to stay relatively lean, okay, during this improvement season. So that prep next time is a little bit, not easier, but it will be a little bit different. So I have a long time to grow. I mean, we got a bunch of time. That's why I felt like I woke up the other morning and I was like, I need to change something. I need to get engaged in something different to keep my body guessing and keep my body moving. And within like a couple hours, I'd already done my research and was on the phone with someone, because it was just like at that moment, I woke up and I was like, I feel like I need a shift. Like
This
that's
ain't it.
exactly where,
Yep.
yeah, that's exactly where my mind went. You need a shift in your workouts. And I was like, you know what? We're going to do some research today. So I did that Wednesday, just talking to some of my CrossFit friends, um, talking to my one friend who teaches yoga, talking to my one friend who, competes in CrossFit, another one who power lifts, and just kind of getting some ideas about what I wanted to do. So stay tuned on that. So with that said, going back to Scotty and what he was talking about, for some reason, again, something is speaking to me that I need to do a rebalance, a recharge. So I'm going to disconnect from my phone for 9 days. I'm going to the beach. I mean, what better place, right?
Right.
So I'm going to disconnect from my phone for 9 days. Only for emergency. I'm going to take all the apps off of my home screen, anything that gets a notification. I've already told people that I communicate with daily. Some people were like, okay, good for you. One of my clients high-fived me. She was like, I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. And then somebody else messaged me back and went, why? Then somebody else messaged me back and said, I love my phone. Good for you. Good luck. But it's much more for me. Like, I really feel like I need to rebalance and recharge. And I want to spend that time with my family. And you guys know the beach is my jam. Like, that's my sanctuary. So I'm going to do yoga. I've been doing yoga enough now that I know a lot of the moves. So I'm not even going to have my phone out for yoga. I'm going to just go on my instinct and how I feel. I'm going to listen to music. I'm going to walk. I'm going to kayak. I'm going to have my feet in the sand. I'm going to go to a good restaurant. We're getting professional pictures done on the beach. Like, it's going to be so good. And, Reese is totally on board with not being on her phone. She's very good at it on her own. But yeah, we are going to have a good time. And that's what I'm doing. So I will report back on how I feel and how it goes. And I have 3 books I'm taking. So I'm going to take 3 books. And one is like personal development. 2 are total beach trash novels.
I was like, you got to tell us.
So that I'm going to walk as many places as I can. The restaurant we're going to is on the water, so I can't walk there. I do have to get in my car for that, but I'm going to totally just be. And I've never done this before. And if it serves me well, maybe it's a quarterly thing, maybe it's a yearly thing. I don't know, but I've never done it, but something in my mind said, you need to do this. This is going to benefit you.
I think it's going to be very beneficial. I feel like I don't think like we talk about the power of disconnecting enough. I think like especially in American society, because it's all hustle and grind. Like if you slacking or you're not on it, you get left behind. You know what I mean? In the society in a sense, and we don't talk enough about disconnect. I think like disconnecting. And in all honesty, I feel like if you do get a chance to disconnect, you only come back better. I think you come back better. It's like fasting. It's like a cleanse. You allow yourself to like to detox in a way. So I'm big on disconnecting. I have not disconnected in a very, very long time, and I'm planning some time in August. But I think that like that's charge time. I think like it's so important. And I feel like you sometimes when you disconnect, you don't know what you're gonna get out of it until you do it, and then you come back.
That's
and
how I
you
feel.
replenish.
I feel like I don't know what I'm going to get out of it till it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, disconnecting it's important. I do my best too. Like Sunday is the only day most of the time where I'm like, you know what, hey, I'm going on personal mode on my phone, like, and I try to leave it alone. And my daughter Haven, she was just like, hey daddy, can we spend time together without your phone? And I kind of felt like Scotty, whereas like, man, something's always going on. Like I gotta keep this thing there. If it's not by me, I'm gonna miss something, or I'm not gonna attend to something. And I think that like lately, I can feel myself running on fumes, and it could be lack of sleep, but but I feel like it's also just the lack of like the disconnect type of thing. And I think like, you know, I feel like another thing too is that some people don't understand, like when you say like, hey, I'm disconnecting from me, nothing on you, nothing wrong with you, none of that. I'm just disconnecting from me so that, you know, like
Yeah.
that I can have what I need to come back and to be even better. And I think like when you do that, I think it's great you disconnect in a nature or paradise setting, so you can get something from the earth. You can disconnect from the phone, something man-made, and then connect with, you know, what God
Yes.
created, you know what I mean? Connect with the earth, connect with like the sound of the ocean and all that. And
Yes.
then family, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff's good. I think disconnect is everything. When I lived in Spain, that was a big thing. And me and my wife, we were so caught up on like, oh my gosh, this place is not as productive as America. But looking back, the average Spanish person spends 16 hours of their day doing what they want to do. They don't care
Yes.
about like,
Correct.
you know, all of that. They spend that time with family. They spend that time enjoying their life. You know what I mean? And we didn't even understand it back then. Now we do, especially after being submerged, you know, back into America the way it's been. Now we do understand like the power of that, and just like it's a real thing. You think that, oh, I'm being lazy, or that's not that at all. You are refueling, you know, you're
Yep.
refilling that tank. So
Yep.
disconnect is good so that you can
Yep.
connect better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will definitely keep everybody posted on how it goes and how I feel and what I get out of it. I do journal every morning. I'm going to take more time to journal since I won't be journaling and then checking my messages. And going back to disconnecting, you talk about fasting, you talk about taking that time. I will tell you, and I'm going to I'm going to totally like jump over here to nutrition real quick. I have been so good at having 4 hours between meals. What a difference giving my digestive system a break.
Mm-hmm.
That is also why I was like, wow, if I feel like this, giving my diet, and I'm only 4 hours. And of course, I fast at night when I sleep. But giving my digestive system just that break to actually do its job and rest, I feel such a difference. I thought, what if I did that to my mind and my spirit? And what if I gave that a break? So it's all kind of connected on this. I think it's fun. I love doing stuff like this. This journey of mine to just keep getting better or being better. Just a better version of me. Like that's my ultimate goal. And that's the only thing I'm going after. And again, me disconnecting is nothing on anybody. Though, it's so crazy how some people get upset or offended or hurt. They're like, what? Like, very interesting.
Taking
Interesting.
this from doing
But
this for me, man.
That
I'm
that
doing this for me.
exactly, that blows my mind, is how much someone can take like offense to you disconnecting. Like it's like, yeah, like you're being like you're a selfish thing, but it's like it's for you and it's to help like you better yourself. But it's even
No, Scotty, it's getting deep.
Wait, how did he disappear? What did he hit?
I don't know, man. All I know is he was about to say some real ish.
No.
He was about to say something real. I'll piggyback off of what
Ah,
he said, what he was saying though. Like, I think that people get offended when you say you want to disconnect, but I think you'd be more offended by someone who has not yet disconnected and then they've grown tired and then they start to be irritable and they
yep.
don't have their cup full anymore. So they can't necessarily give you what you would want or need
Yeah.
from them. So don't neglect that person's disconnect, because in a way they're helping themselves so that they can be a better assistance to you.
Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah, I
I'm
think
excited to learn through this.
yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's definitely appropriate and much needed. I My disconnect is coming up in August. I'm gonna go out to California to see my parents and to see my daughter and to just kind of exist for a minute. You know what I mean? And I think he's back. I think it said
Scotty.
Scotty just joined.
Scotty,
But
tell
My phone
us.
died. My phone died.
Oh my gosh,
what are you doing this
rookie
from your life?
podcast mistake. Rookie podcast
I
mistake.
know I'm on my laptop. Sorry, I was coaching all day. I didn't think about charging my phone.
Oh,
All
look
right,
how big you are on
continue.
the screen now. Oh, never mind. My screen has you as big. Whatever.
What were you about to
Yeah.
say? What were you about
Because
to
it was about to
say?
get real, man. We want to hear that.
I was saying like how much of a selfish thing it is for other people to care, not care, but like think like it's such a bad thing to disconnect or for you to take time for yourself because like they just like, oh well, like what's it your business in any way? Like you should just be supporting your friends. You should be like encouraging them to get better rather than just knocking them for something. Because like it goes back to like our other podcast that we said before, where um, people are kind of like they're jealous of what you're doing. So then they're basically like, oh, like that's stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense because it wasn't their
Mhm.
idea and it's not. And they feel bad themselves for not trying to better themselves. So they're trying to make you feel bad as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Like
Crabs in a barrel.
like how selfish do you have to be to like put someone else down to do that?
Yep.
Like that
Agree.
blows my mind. Literally blows
Agree.
my mind. Because like the
Yeah.
more you
Agree.
talk about it, the more I want to do it. And like I just
Same
like
here.
with work, like I would have I would almost have to ask for permission, which would kind of suck. With
Right,
Kate,
right.
be
You
like,
could
hey,
do
like
it on your off days, like days you're off from work. You could say, hey, I'm going to do a 8 hour disconnect.
I am
So
unavailable.
one of my business mentors, and I used to do this years ago, she would say it was every Sunday you had to turn your phone off for 4 hours, put it away. So I've done that before, and she started me on that. I haven't done that forever, guys. And I was thinking about that. I haven't done that forever. And she, at 4 hours, it was 4 hours on, I think it was whatever day you choose. And that did magic. That was amazing. So
I'm
for
actually
those
gonna
that
try
want
that
to
this
do
Sunday.
that, they maybe don't go like extreme like me where I'm doing the whole time, but do a 4 hour span one day and see how
yeah.
it goes, you know?
Yeah.
So again, starting small.
I've been trying like going like my walks with Jackson, like not bring my phone with me. Like I've been slowly trying to do stuff like that because it's like it's a anywhere between like a 15 to 30 minute walk or 45-minute walk depending on
Mhm.
how far we go. So it's like all right, like that's a start, but then like you get back and like you go right to your phone, you know,
Right. Oh
like
God. It needs to
like oh
be.
my god, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Okay, so this will also like I'm going to see like what I'm doing. Like, will like how often do I have the urge to go look at my phone? I don't know because I've never been without it. But this is gonna I'm gonna have to do a little self talking to myself. Probably I'm gonna have to talk myself through it. Probably first couple days.
Man, I remember I was in high school, Palisades Charter High, and the teacher took my phone because I was texting in class. Took my phone, and I signed a contract that gave her permission to do it if I was caught on it. Took my phone for the whole day. Man, I was tripping out. Like I felt like I could hear it vibrating on my bed and stuff. Like I did all my homework very quick, and I was like, all right, what else? What do I do? I guess I'll go to bed now. But then it was like I was tripping out. Like I could literally, I feel like I heard it vibrating when it was nowhere near there. Like
Oh
I wrote a whole
my.
essay on it afterwards. I wrote a whole essay on like what it was like without my phone.
I feel like I feel vibrations in
Wow.
my pocket sometimes, even like is my phone just
Yeah,
vibrate? Oh no, it didn't vibrate. Like
you know,
Oh
I,
my.
in this psychology class I took in college at SMC, Santa Monica College, it was talking about how like, back in the day, and email wasn't that urgent. You kind of, you tend to it within 24 hours professionally or so, whatever.
Because
but
you
like,
couldn't be connected to it. You guys don't even remember
No.
dial-up. It took like 10 minutes to even connect to your computer. It wasn't
Oh, I
working.
remember that
I
shit.
heard,
That shit took,
I don't even remember.
I hated
remember
that. I
hearing
hated
the beeping. Yeah, like,
it.
yeah. Shit sounds so nasty.
I remember.
It sounds like it hurts to sign
I was in
on.
middle school, I think.
Do
Elementary
you
school,
guys
maybe middle school.
remember where you just drove looking for your friends' cars? You don't remember
Yeah.
that. We
Mhm.
we used to just,
They're home.
yes, like drive around looking for your friends' cars. And number one, see if they were at the party. Number two, well, first off, number one, see if the party was happening. Number two, see whose cars were there and who were, you didn't know who was at the party until you drove up and saw the cars.
Mm.
Dang.
Yeah, high school we had cell phones by then, so that wasn't like that big of a problem for us.
Okay.
But knowing like if my friends were home, like to go hang out, like they'd like ride my bike past their house, like, oh, he's home, very cool. And then like just like, hey, is like so and so home? And they'd be like, oh no, like he's like out, or like, oh, we're having dinner right now. I was like, oh, okay, like, see you later. go to the next.
Oh
go to
my
the next
God.
block.
And for all these the newbies, call y'all newbies, not y'all, but people, dude, when you used to have to call a girl's house, oh man, because you
My
never know who was gonna
mother-in-law.
answer.
My mother-in-law, the first time I called Angela, remember, we've been together 27 years. I had to call the house phone, and my mother-in-law now answered. And she's like, who is this?
Oh, that's why I can't go.
He's in
Like, that's
the
not-
shower. He's in the shower. Who is this? I'll never
busy.
forget that phone call.
Man. Yeah, I bet y'all can laugh
Great.
at that now.
He's probably hearing me in the office laughing. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget she answered that phone. Who is this? And he's laughing because my mother-in-law, she's Italian Polish, man. She won't tell you how it is.
Oh, she blunt. Mhm. Man, yeah.
Who is this?
Those calls.
You're like, I would have hung up.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I was like, no.
I don't even think I ever called a
had
girl's
too much
house.
bass in their voice. That was your dad, your uncle, or your brother. That was somebody that
Right?
somebody that was not you. I'll call back later. I'll try back later.
Scotty never had to do that. Scotty's like, nope, we were right with cell
Or if I
phones.
did-
I never
or
had
if
to
I
call a
did-
girl's house.
Or if I did, like they had like their own line or something like that, and I was
Oh
able to
yeah,
like
own line. Getting your own line in your room was a big
Mhm.
deal.
Oh yeah, that was
Big
boss.
deal.
That was boss. That was boss.
that lasted for like maybe like 4 months for me because then I got a cell phone.
Big deal. That was a big deal. I don't know if we ever had ours. I shared a room with my sister. She's a year older than me. We're like 14 months apart. We may have had our own line, but that was like, you made it. You made it. If you had your own
Mhm.
line, that was a big deal.
I would use my sister's, but then she was always on it.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Always on it.
that's
My
Like,
sister's
so-
7 years
line,
older.
Scotty.
7 years older than me.
My line, Scotty. What
Gosh.
you doing? Dang.
I
Yo,
still
that's
remember that phone
funny,
number,
man.
too.
I think that when you look back at all that stuff, dude, life's great. Life's funny. Life is funny, man. That
Remember
makes
when
me
we
think
only had to
about-
dial 7 digits for the phone? We didn't have to do the area code.
Well, if it was not only if that was in your area code though, because I lived in Michigan, but my mom lived in California, and I lived the first 10 years of my life with my grandparents. So we had an
You
810
had
area
to.
code. Hers, yeah, you had this. Hers was 310. So okay.
Long
okay.
distance. You had paid that
Yeah.
huge charge to
It
call
better
long
not be a
distance.
long distance call. Yeah, right.
And then you'd like call collect. Hoping like they'll pick up the tab.
Yeah. I never even knew what that meant. I would just do it. I'm like, I guess all I knew is I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. So you call collect. Like I remember if we'd be at the beach with friends and I needed to talk to my mom or my dad, I'd call collect and be like, come on, pick up. Because that meant the charge got charged to their account, like to their bill. And I'm like, come on, pick up. Call collect. Mom, I'm gonna call you collect. Like, oh my
Damn.
gosh.
I had a beeper for a hot second. That was cool.
I had one. I
You had a
had that
beeper?
too.
I had a beeper. My mom would page me or whatever. I'm like, oh, I gotta go home, guys.
Oh my
Getting
gosh.
paid.
I would
Yeah.
always,
Page.
I think I might have said this once before, but like I remember like when I was younger and like before the phones were like smart enough to like adjust the time zone and all that. I would like change the time on my phone. Like, mom, like I'm not late. Like my phone says it's like 7 o'clock. It'd be like 7:24.
Son,
I'm like,
Stop.
mom, like it must have died, and then it must have been off. Like,
That's
hey,
hilarious.
low key kind of genius though. How am I gonna know if I don't know? Right?
like,
That's
it's the phone.
hilarious.
Look, my phone, mom. It's messed up.
Gosh,
Dang.
that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. See, we didn't, we had payphones. I mean, I remember one time Reese was little and I saw a payphone and I was like, I got to pull in here and show you this. And like literally the payphone was like ripped out of the thing. Like they're nowhere now, obviously. But man,
Yeah.
you had that quarter in your car in case you needed to make a phone call from a payphone. That
Think about-
emergency quarter.
Think
I
about
think
how
I've
nasty
never
that is
used
now.
payphone.
Never used a payphone?
Maybe twice.
All in your ear, your lips touching where somebody else lips.
Right? Imagine COVID and like
Yes.
payphones
Yeah.
right now, they'd all be closed down.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I never thought of that. We used to listen to the radio station and want to win a contest and drive to the payphone and dial the radio station to win a contest.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that. I've seen it on shows, older shows.
I've seen on shows, older shows. Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks,
you know what? Hey,
friends.
real quick question. We can get deep for a second, man. If you could call one person that like you just can't call, it could be someone that, God forbid, or sadly maybe deceased, or someone that is like celebrity or role model. If you could call one person, who would that be? For me, it'd be my granddad. It'd be my granddad and it'd be Nipsey Hussle. If I could call one person and I had like 30 minutes to an hour just to talk to him, chop it up, ask as many questions, get whatever I wanted to get off my chest. And I could call this person one time only. Like that would be Nipsey Hussle and it'd be my granddad. Who would it be for y'all?
Mine would be my father-in-law.
Mm.
Scotty, you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Just a thought, man. Just a thought. It came when we've been talking about phones, man. And I was thinking about this song that came. He was like, this rapper said, he's like, I got numbers in my phone that'll never pick up, type of thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But I just thought about like if you could call, it's almost like that lifeline call, on that show. Like if you could call one person and talk to him, who would it be, man? Would for you be Duke Dumont? Scotty. lunch money Lewis.
Right.
That's awesome. How about like a Michael Murphy? Okay, Scotty, like you do the Murph challenge. Like that would be a very, very, very interesting phone call, right?
I'd probably would want to call like Don Shula and like be like, because like one of the greatest like football coaches ever, like most winningest coach ever. Like what was your like mindset?
Yeah.
You gotta have some mad jukes from flag football. You gotta have some mad, like you got mad jukes. Call it jukes for me. Agility, jukes. Man. You gotta be able to die.
Jukes. I like that word.
You gotta be able to juke somebody up, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips with flag football.
Yeah, it is, dude. All right,
level
man,
change.
This makes me think of my next question, and I just want to talk about perspective, dude. And I got like this perspective now. It's why like I even am doing like the virtual class, and why I've just been doing a lot of different things that usually I just wouldn't do. Flag football. I don't know if I mentioned before, but dude, when I lived in Seattle, I was looking for different jobs. It's personal training, but I didn't have my own business started yet. I didn't really know how to like hustle with it and this and that. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to get another job on top of this. I know nothing about football, but they believed in me. I was a flag football little league referee. I got the job. I was out there for 15 minutes before the parents were about to beat my ass. I started the game late. I didn't know where to put the cones at. And it ended with me taking off my ref shirt, giving my whistle to a parent, walking off the field. But I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's why I'm going to do it. And it was like I was about to have a panic attack out there. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. They were like, "Well, coach, what's rep? What's up?" I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's up.
Does
Right.
anybody have video of this?
Probably the park. It was in Seattle. This is me at 25, man, and
Wow.
I was like, I wanted to do stuff that I wasn't qualified to do, and I still like to do stuff like that now.
You tried.
Yeah, that's a perspective I got though, because it's truly like this, but did you die perspective that I've been having lately.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's one of those things, like I was listening to this podcast and this guy was like, shoot, man, he was like, I'm the person that he's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. He was like, and if the front door isn't open, I'm gonna go through the side door or the back door. Or he's like, and if that don't work, I'm coming through the roof. And he was like, I'm gonna just try shit. And
You find a way.
right. And literally find a way. And that's been
Find
my
a way.
perspective on things, man. That's been my perspective on life. Like, just find a way. And I drill my daughter Haven about it so much, because she was like, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." And I was like, "Well, you never will know if you don't try. Like, just do stuff you don't know how to do. Just
That's
do
so
it.
good.
Like, don't that type of thing."
We're reading a book right now, like with a team. Kate picked out a book for everyone called The Slight Edge.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Great book.
It's a little slow. We read like the first 3 chapters. I feel like it's like a little repetitive as of right now. You know, it's kind of just like you just have the slight edge, like. But
Keep reading. It gets better.
yeah, that's what we're assuming. But they talk about like you fail your way to the top. Like you're gonna fail. Like you're gonna learn though. Like no successful person has ever had a story where they didn't fail at one point.
Right.
You know? Like no success story ever has a story that doesn't have some kind of fail story in it.
Yeah.
I think it's so hard to believe because the people that are succeeding make it look so easy.
Well, people are just so nervous on failing. Like they want perfection. If you want perfection, then you're not going to succeed. You're not going to be great. And I was last year just listening to Instagram today, and I was like watching like some golf videos, and it was like everyone is a fool when they try something for the first time. Like you're always a fool when you try something for the first time, and that's okay because you learn after being a fool, because like you learn from your mistakes. Like you want to get better. You don't want to be a fool anymore. You know what I mean? And I think that's, you don't want to be a fool, right? Like
you're a fool. Yeah, you're a fool when you don't take the lessons and apply them.
That part.
Yeah.
You keep doing the same thing.
But like that whole find a way thing was that like I learned about find a way from my football coach in high school, and he went to Moravian College, where he was I think it was D2 lineman, and that was like our motto for all the linemen. Like my whole entire high school career was find a way. Like you're just gonna have to figure it out. And I was like, I tell people, I've been telling people recently that I've always had like a fear of being denied, like being told no. Like
I can relate.
That's always been a fear when it comes to girls. Like when I was younger, like I wouldn't ask girls out. I wouldn't go up to them. Like it was just like, I just had a fear of people telling me no. So like I wouldn't take chances. I wouldn't go out on a limb or like try something different or like take leadership, because I was just like, I was scared of being like told no, where I was going to be wrong. Like, I don't know.
I was late, bro.
I don't know where it was ingrained. Maybe it was like my friends were like good at stuff and maybe I wasn't. It was just like I don't know where it came from. And it's like, I still have that issue when it comes to like doing sales. Like when I do phone calls, like sometimes like I don't want to do phone calls because like I'm scared of that other person on the other line telling me like, no. And then they're like, oh, all right. Like shit. You know what I mean?
Like, how could you say that?
Yeah, so like that's so I feel like it went from like girls to like being like then leadership to like now it's like doing sales. Like because now I have no problem like taking charge and like winging it and like figuring it out. Like if something happens and it goes south, like all right, cool, like we're gonna find a way, we're gonna like figure that out. Like I'm cool with that now. I mean, I don't have to worry about the girl thing anymore. So that's just in the past. But like with like sales, like that's like been like one of the hardest things is like caring so much about, maybe it's like I want everyone to like me too, so like I'm scared to like piss somebody off by like trying to sell them something,
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know?
feel you, bro.
I don't know.
I feel you, bro.
That's like
I
been
saw
my
something today, Scotty, that reminded me of what you just said. Confidence is not worrying if they like you. It's not caring if they don't.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, dang, that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah, I
building
think,
confidence you're
yeah,
building your
man.
confidence, and you,
Yeah.
we've seen you grow like so much, like amazing, amazing. And I love that you keep getting better and you keep putting the time into getting better at your craft. Like you keep getting better, which is the ultimate goal and amazing. So give credit where credit's due. And sometimes that's the hardest thing that we do is give ourselves credit. Like, good
Yeah.
job. You stuck to your macros and, maybe you overate and didn't freak out, Angie. Good job. Or you took a rest day. Like I didn't lift for 2 days in a row and I didn't die. Good job.
Right.
I think we all have that same rule of like not taking 2 consecutive days off from working out.
Yeah. I try not to go more than one.
I
Yeah,
know. And
yeah.
I did it at the beach. And I still walked and, did that. But
If I do two, I feel like I'm gonna lose everything.
Yeah,
you're
me too. I'm
not.
like,
You're
oh God,
you,
I'm
push
like,
this.
ah!
you're
You
not
are
going to
not
lose all
burning
your
muscle right now.
muscle.
Building muscle. We're burning calories right now. It's done.
Someone
You're
help
not going to
me.
lose all your muscle if you don't lift 2 days in a row, people. Don't freak out. You'll be all right.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
He promised
I'm
that.
sure. But
Nah,
I will
man.
I will get a pass to the local gym when I go away. I won't have my phone on, but I will be still working out.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Man,
go 9 days without lifting.
What are you gonna play
hell
your
no.
music on?
So what I decided to do is I'm taking the apps off my phone that have notifications, but I'm keeping my Amazon Music and I'm keeping my like dial phone. So like
Gotcha.
text, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, GroupMe,
Any social media?
Team Snap for Reese's soccer. I'll take off because if I see it, I'll be like, oh, I need to respond to this parent. Nope, we're good. Email. So anything that gives me a notification, I'm taking off.
Hmm.
Because here's the thing, when I'm out early and I'm out walking the beach and I'm out there by myself, it's safety, guys. Keep your phone. I keep like a crossbody. I'll keep my phone in there for safety, But I want to have my music because I was just talking to Reese about this and I was like, Reese, keep your phone for music. And she goes, don't try to talk mean to using my phone more. And I was like, oh, good boy. So I was like, oh, I can keep my Amazon Music because no one can contact me through that. Like, and music and the beach just go hand in hand, guys.
Of course. Of
Hand in
course.
hand.
When I lived in California, I would take a beach walk. I lived 5 minutes from the beach. I would go in the morning and then I would go at night every day.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I would do that every day. And I have my music. And depending on the vibe, I'd be walking or I'd be running, I'd be doing sprints or just, I go do my thing. And music was like, it went well with the water, it went well with the sand.
It does.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I can't go 9 days without music. Music is very part of, I can go 9 days without a podcast before I went 9 days without music. Like music is my I need it. I love it. We like to listen to it while we're chilling on the beach. And I can't give that up. And I don't need to give that up because I feel like music is a part of like stress relief and recharging. Like music very much is personal development somewhat for me. Like it's part of that.
What do you feel? This question for both of y'all. What do you feel? And it's definitely no right or wrong answer. Just that's why I'm underlining feel or believe is the best method for stress management, stress relief.
For me,
working out for me.
I say movement. Yeah, movement, whatever that means for you, movement.
For me, it's definitely movement. I noticed that like heavy lifts do it, but recently we had these heavy bags that are up, and dude, I got some videos like really fighting the heavy bags, but like each punch, I'm not thinking of people or anything like that. Each punch or each blow to the bag, I'm thinking of a problem in my life. And like I'm kicking this problem's ass. Like that type of
Nice.
thing. I think stress relief and stress management, I think it's one of those things where it's like there's so many different methods. And I feel like everyone has a different way of explaining that we all feel the same about it,
Yeah.
like movement. And
Movement. Yeah.
I think there's some
And
truth to that.
natural foods. And natural foods. I feel like eating clean natural foods helps your body with stress management so much. At least for me, that is a crucial part of my stress management is eating clean foods.
Mhm. Shout out to Jeezy, this guy, not the rapper, this guy I follow, and he has this company. All right, he has this company called Based in the Plants, and he said he was like, man, I messed around, I ate some toxic ish, and now I'm feeling toxic.
Yes, that's how I feel. I can relate to that. Is this
Separate
someone you
yourself from.
follow? Yes. That's awesome. I feel that. Like that, what you just said, I feel like, yes.
Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Well, check this out, man. We've just been talking and just kind of catching y'all up, just letting y'all know how we usually just chop it up. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like just talking. And I feel like we still gave some gems, some mental gems that, can
Yes.
help elevate the world during this.
Mhm.
The last thing I would like to leave off with is, man, we're more than halfway through the year.
My gosh, we
And
are.
like
Yo, that's
seriously, like
wild. Oh,
it
why'd
was
you say
January
that?
2 weeks ago. It was just
Why'd you say
January,
Wow.
that?
uh,
Wow.
we're halfway through the year, and either of you have anything that you want to share for what's next, or how you plan to like just handle the rest of the year? Any milestones that you want to conquer and or accomplish? Any goals that are still yet to be hit, or anything of that nature? For me, I got so many things I want to, at the end of this year. Like, I love who I am, but I want to look at myself and look at my life and be like, what happened, in a good way though. Like, that's still a goal of mine, to just completely reinvent self. I really love who I'm becoming, and it's the first year where I'll develop unconditional self-love, and I really really love myself, and I'm just excited to see like how I'll walk out of this year.
Yes.
So
I ditto. I feel that same exact way. I am though, I just wrote this down. I am going to write some goals, go back and look at my goals that I wrote down for 2022 in January. And I'm going to look at them and make or change or reevaluate them for the next second part of the year. I think it's good
nice.
to reevaluate halfway
Smart.
through.
I think everyone should do that.
Yeah, I'm going to actually do that this weekend. I still want to do a little bit more with Ange Fit and a little bit more with Elevate the World podcast, like get the Instagram going business wise and do that. But everything you just said, like just wow, I want to look back like December 31st. I want to look back and be like, wow, I crushed it. Like
Did it,
that's
like
what
that's
that's
man.
how I want to feel, like I crushed it. I did it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful feeling. I want that same feeling to look back and be like, you know what, bro, like, man, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
excuse me. Hell yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
And then use that momentum to just 2023, just take off, man. Take
Mhm.
off. Like I don't ever like that. Oh my gosh, this year's going to be better. Like no, like I don't play that. I'm like, what? Let's keep going. Let's keep
Yeah.
the momentum going. Now,
Yeah.
yes, there's things that are out of your control, absolutely, that are not good that happen during the year. But I'm talking about the stuff we can control,
Mhm.
the people we can be, the business we can build.
I think when you look at it like that, and when you look at what you can't control, you realize that, oh shoot, there's a lot more I'm in control of. And you see, and you realize that how much focus you put onto the stuff that you couldn't control, and you reclaim your power. You know what I mean? You
Yes,
reclaim
write
your
that down.
power.
Yeah, I think I definitely need to I gotta find more time for myself, more time for like me and Megan. And that kind of goes for both of us because like we both just work like opposite schedules so much, like we barely get to see each other. So like finding time for each other is just so hard. But like we have to find a way, because like we can't be living like this for the rest of our lives. Like she's always grinding, I'm always grinding. Like we need to find like a day where we're both off and we're both doing things. It's tough, because then like last night, like she was talking about Jax is getting older, and like he's like kind of like moving a little slower and stuff like that, and she's like freaking out over it, which we all know. Like I'm not sure if you've had pets. Oh, you have a pet, right? Yeah, you have a dog, right?
Me?
Prince?
Yeah, she shits on the floor, looks me in the eye, eats my door.
Goes to the bathroom. It goes to the bathroom.
I remember.
Yeah, she's sweet though. She's sweet in her own
Anything
way.
listen, Scotty, anything sensitive you're going to say about Jax, Prince is not going to agree with. He's going to be like, you want my dog? You can have her.
He's like, fuck dogs.
You're
No,
not
man, I'm trying to be like that, but she just deliberately does not listen. She's a hard breed. Her breed is, I forget, she's a Pomeranian, something like that. I think.
Pomeranians are yeah.
Yeah, she's
well, you
hard
met Jax, so you know how like Jax is just such like a person. Like
It's a
he
big
snuggles
dog,
right up
man.
to you, like he gives
Bigger
you
than
money.
me.
He's like, all right, cool, pet me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like that's he's getting up there in age, so it's just like now we're like, all right, cool, like we need to make sure he's moving more, and like we want to spend time, like obviously we spend time with him, we see him every day, like we take him for walks every day, but just like I don't know, just finding time for like me.
Your
I just feel
family.
like work is overwhelmed. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just tough. Like I need a day where like I don't do anything with work, like zero.
Yep. You need to
I
make
feel
that
the same,
happen,
bro.
Yeah.
Disconnect, man. I could even possibly even be like the topic, the biggest topic I think we spent a lot of time on is just the importance of disconnecting. Because you still connect to something else when you disconnect. You know, a lot of times you disconnect to connect with yourself. In our society, you know, especially at this day and age, you got to disconnect from the hustle to connect with your family and stuff like that. And I think how you feel about Jax is the same way we feel about our dog and our children. It's like, you know, like, yeah, you're there, you're present. You don't want to be passively present though. You want to be like, okay, hey, like, did I actually make you feel like I cared today? Like, did I do something for you today? Like, you know, for Jax type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, did I do something for you, bro? Like, you know, that type of thing.
Like he gives us everything, because like it's all he knows is us, and he comes home and it's all he's wishing to be with. And it's just like, obviously we have to work to put food in his bowl and like give him like a roof over his head and stuff like that. But it's just like literally like we are everything to him. We have so much shit going on like outside, where it's just like you kind of like lose that sometimes, you know.
God, now I need to be nicer to my dogs that drive me crazy, Scotty. Thanks. Gosh.
Hey, we could all. There's always that room to be like, you know better, because last night Gracie like kept wanting to be in the bedroom, and I was like, every time she's in here, I wake up and I almost like step on doo-doo. And it's like she goes out at night, but it's almost like she don't care, or the baby's pacifier is chewed on. It's like this is like the sixth one. Yeah, and like so stuff like that. But it's also just being like, you know what, like, yeah, I could be a little bit, yeah. But nah, man, I feel it. If anything, you could see by the way you talk about that your intentions are pure. I feel like, man, I don't know. And I think maybe it's just how we be looking at you, Angie. I feel like you got so much stuff mastered in so many areas to where like it's like you know what I mean? Like even the fact that you got us thinking about disconnecting, you know?
Well, I don't know. The way I look at it is we have one chance, and I just want to I want to keep elevating myself. And through that, we elevate the world, which is why in the conversation we were talking about the name of this podcast, I just want to be better. And literally, like I remember we talked about our purpose. I'm here to help people be better in whatever way it can. And if I have to use myself as an experiment to help someone be better, then I'm going to do that. So a lot of the stuff I do through experiment to help, like somebody might need this. Like, I'm going to make this food, or I'm going to eat this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to try this because somebody might need this. And I want the experience to tell them about it. So that's kind of like not why I do. I enjoy a lot of these crazy things that I do, but I want to be able to tell them like, you can do this and this is why. And this is only going to make you feel better or this or that. So that's why I'm really anxious to see like, what do I get out of this? What do I get out of this 9-day disconnecting? What's it going to give me? And I'm really excited to like learn about it.
I'm excited to see you go through it, and I'm excited for me and Scotty to work toward putting that time for ourselves to get that disconnect as well, to reconnect and give back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got something else you want to say, Scotty?
No, that was good. Ended on
Yeah.
a good note there too.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, real quick, what y'all working out to this week? Dude, I been listening to Jay-Z, this song called Encore.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good song for like I'll be jumping rope,
Good
and it's like the
song.
part where they're like hold up, man. I don't even know how fast I'd be going with the jump rope, dude. Like it's just that part amps me up every time. I restart the song and go straight to that part so many times.
Good song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was jamming out to actually there's a song I was jamming out to last week, and I forgot to save it, and I couldn't remember the name of it. It's somewhere in my saved songs, but I'll do that next week. But I have a nice backup. I'm not sure if I did it or not. It's called Work by Gigamesh.
I think
There's
I've
like
heard
someone
that.
else who
You
goes
said that.
yeah, it's kind of like I don't know what kind of accent she has, but it's like work, what you waiting for? Work, put your back in it.
I think I may have heard it before, but
Nice.
There's
I
like a
think you
ton of
mentioned it
different
on the podcast
remixes.
before.
There's a ton of different remixes on it.
Okay.
But that's the one I know, and it's just like it's really just kind of like reggae kind of, or
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. For sure. What you
All
got,
right.
Ange? You have
I'm
something in your sleeve.
I'm on the summer vibe kick. So again, Amazon Music Summer Sessions. They now have, dance classics, poolside chill, tropical vibes, dance anthems. It's all a summer session series. And you guys know I'm slowing down my lifts. So I got like tropical vibes going on in the gym when I'm working out. I love it. I love the summer series that Amazon's put out, and I love them all. And I literally just found some new ones the other day. I found the tropical vibes one when I was at the beach this past 2 weekends ago. I found this past weekend. But the dance classic one I found this week. Oh my gosh, my clients are loving it. Love it.
That's
it's
great.
all summer vibes. Summer vibes. I'm all about
Right.
that. I'm gonna ride that train as long as it goes.
You should search like trop house or like tropical house.
Search that.
Yeah.
Tropical house. Oh yeah, I will.
Tropical house.
I
Oh,
will
that
be
sounds.
into that.
All I
You'll
see
like
is
it.
pineapples and strobe lights.
Yes, thank you. That's and Scotty, because anytime
And
there's
Scotty was
house,
Hispanic.
I'm like,
in the
Hispanic.
glasses, bruh.
Scotty's dancing to this song. Totally.
Hey, well, look, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we also just want to, for me, I just want to say that I appreciate the presence of everyone that does listen, and I appreciate the presence of everyone that is going to listen. I feel like we're just getting started, and I think that it's one of those things where like these will be episodes that people will even be able to reflect back on and get something out of. I feel like each episode it's timeless in its own way. And that being said, I think like when we started this podcast, Ange had the idea. She reached out to me, and then I reached out to Scotty, full circle around. And I think it was just a thing of like, let's just do it. Let's just start something. Let's just do it. And I think that like for anyone out there that's watching, that's listening, if you feel like you got something in your spirit that that you just even curious about, like, it's not going to kill you to try it. Start out, like try it. Like, cause in a way, dude, like, we all got to leave the earth someday, but God willing, like these videos, you can always replay, and so whatever you leave behind, whatever you start, whatever you decide to contribute to the world, I mean, that is legacy. That's you living on because you don't die.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you guys.
No, man, thank y'all.
I feel like saying
everybody-
namaste.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
namaste.
everybody plays a part, man.
Thank you guys. Awesome.
All right, so yeah, we will see y'all next episode before Andrew's disconnection for a little bit.
We'll get one more in next week before I disconnect.
Episode 30. So
Yes!
right on time. Yep, 30.
Big 3-0.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
All right, y'all. You can find me on all platforms at Train Like Prince. You can find y'all tell them you got mouths. Yeah,
Sky to
y'all
somebody,
both
check me out.
All direction. Angie's fingers are all over the place. So she might have had got it. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tapping
Right there for
in.
me.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's really not. It's, whichever way you did, point the other way.
There you go.
But yeah. All right, champions. Peace.
See ya,
Deuces.
guys.